Some of those fresh elderberries are going to make a fresh batch of elderberry syrup, and Chris is going to tell me what all's in here and how much of each thing.
Okay, there's a cup of elderberries. There's about a 2-inch knob of ginger grated in there. There's 1 cinnamon stick and 5 whole cloves. And we're going to put 2 cups of water in there.
5 whole cloves of cloves?
Yeah, whole cloves. They're not ground or anything.
Okay. And then a cup of water.
And then 2 cups of
2
water.
cups of water.
And then I'm going to bring it up to a boil and then lower the heat and simmer it for about 30 minutes.
And we'll be back when that finishes.
There you go.
Alright, it's been about 10 minutes and you can see it's coming to a boil. And can I stir it?
Yep.
Give it a little stir. See, it's still all liquid. Got to simmer and thicken up some. Then it'll get strained. What else do you do?
Then we add honey.
Then we add honey to it. So you're going to have the goodness of the elderberries, ginger, cinnamon, clove, and honey. That's quite a healthy concoction.
It's delicious.
And yeah, and it tastes really, really good. So we'll be back when we get closer to the simmering time stage. We've bagged up the stuff that we didn't use for the syrup that we're making right now, and we have 4 bags, 2 cups each. So it's a double batch, twice the recipe that we just gave you. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 times a double batch. That's 8 batches of the elderberry syrup that we'll make. We also have about a cup left over, plus it's time to strain the batch that we just made. So we'll move over and show you how we do the straining. So here's where the syrup is right now, the mixture. And you can see right, without burning myself, there's basically where we started.
Just a little more than half.
So it's cooked down
Probably cooked it too much.
a little more than half. She says maybe too much. You know, it's never perfect, right? But you know what? We're not throwing it out. So now we've got to take that and we've got to strain to get all the stuff out and just leave us with the juices. Now, this is where you strain it. It's also called when you spill it. And it's hard to hold the jar because it's like really hot.
Yeah, so I've got a 1.5 wide mouth jar because it sits in the sink and it's stabilized. I've got a fine mesh strainer that fits in my canning funnel there. I'm just going to scrape out all of the berries. I'm going to take this cinnamon stick out because I want to mash the berries and get as much juice out as I can. I'm going to put it up on the counter.
Well, as you can see, we started with a 14-foot tall 2 trees, and we picked and picked and picked and sweated, and then we combed off, pulled off, whatever off all the berries to get that little
Let's see if we can see how much it is.
3.5 pounds of berries, to then add the ginger,
ounces.
the cloves, the cinnamon, to then cook it down and strain it, and we're looking at
10 ounces.
roughly 10 ounces.
A little more than a cup.
A little bit more than a cup, and you'll still have the honey to add to it.
Right.
Then we'll still add the honey to it. And frankly, I could just put some ice in it and drink it. You cannot believe how good it smells. It is just incredible. Instead, it will get the honey added to it, and it'll go in the refrigerator and just be this little thing we do like a half an ounce a day. Like it's just torture. because you're ready for like a big glass, and you take a half an ounce a day. I don't know what would happen to you if you drink a whole glass of it. Probably not a good thing to try.
People put it in with sparkling water, make like a
Oh,
soda.
put it in with sparkling water. You'd be all day making enough to do that more than once.
Well, we're gonna be mashing on these for a while.
Yeah, so other than add the honey and put it in the refrigerator and drink it, that's what's left. So when you see elderberry syrup for sale and the price is unbelievable, this will give you an idea of the work that goes into it. Obviously, we make better effort than the companies do because they do machines or whatever, but it's still very intensive to get from the berries on the tree to the juice in the jar. Thank you for watching.